Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Final Fantasy Dimensions with no sound from the original recording. This is the last one, I promise. Next video, we're back up and running like normal. So, real fast, one thing I didn't notice on my first playthrough is if you look at the lighting there on that scene, it's normal light. The trees, the green, it looks like the normal green. The next time we'll see that old dude and that forest, it won't look like that. Because that scene literally actually happens right now, and we haven't broken the world yet. Until right about now, we do break the world. So, we've gone back, and from this point forward, for a little while here, we'll be in the world of darkness. So, here we go, dialogue. This warp in the magnetic field spells trouble. Evacuate immediately. Master Sid, what about the crystal? It's of no use to us if we're dead. Like, we just saw them in the light world, so we know he survives, obviously, at least for a little while. And so now we pick up, literally on the other side of the room, that we split in half, which was kind of a cool effect, let's be honest. I like that they did it that way and just divided the room in half, and on one world you have the void on the left, and the other one now you have the void on the right. It's a really cool way of doing it, I think. A world of darkness. Ow. Go talk to Alba. You didn't try any funny business, did you? No. What a party pooper. Where's Dusk and Sarah? No idea. Why, what have you done with Sol and Aegis? Nothing. And you aren't the only ones who've lost companions. Sol. You got the wrong guy. But where are Sol and Aegis? Beats me. Can't get the crystals just yet. You just gotta leave. Or try to leave. Because remember, these people have no idea what's going on, so they wouldn't know they have to go pick up the job crystals. The crystals, they're starting to shine. That's a good thing, right? ... basically explains most of Nacht's reactions to things. All the same jobs that we started with in the other side. Because that's what this crystal had. But in this one, you start off with those 5 job points that you had to go through the first bit of Chapter 1 to get. So they give you a bit of a leg up. You're expected to level up faster here and catch up. Excuse me. So, you'll see I follow basically the same sort of setup that we did on the other side. The problem is, for whatever reason, this party just ends up with less gear always for me. And so it's hard to fully outfit the right group. So here it doesn't make any sense to give her the white magic because the red mage already has all the spells anyway. Alba is the black mage. She is the opposite side of the coin to her brother Dusk. So this is Palom and Porum, Final Fantasy Dimensions Edition. And of course, switch genders for which one is the responsible, serious one and which one's the goof-off, sarcastic commentary one. So yeah, giving her a stick is basically the best I could do for a weapon there for a little while. And we set up and we head back out the way we came, because that's the only thing you can do. I don't know what I'm saying there, which is a common theme in these secondary commentary videos, as I'm sure you've noticed if you went through the earlier ones. So, I don't know if there's no encounters or if there's just such a ridiculously low encounter rate until you get to this save point. But I know I left in a couple of battles early on here, just so you can see how things are. Look at those pathetically low hit points. At this point, you're so used to your light side party, and especially if you leveled them up, you're used to all the abilities and the levels and the job levels that have powered up your characters, and you might not remember to do things like heal them after you give them their jobs. Like some silly people do, apparently. So, but just like Dusk and Sarah in the other world, the magic users are going to lean heavily on going Red Robe and Summoner early on for the bonuses they get and for the job level abilities that they will eventually get. So, you'll see as I level up on those jobs. Do 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 do. That's right. Kill that giant grasshopper with evil claws. There we go. All right. Do do do. Up we go, and out we go. Really just trying to get to one place in here. Right here. This is a nice grinding spot because you have free magic and health restore, so I will be spending some time grinding here to get some survivability and make my life a heck of a lot easier. So, I will be coming back very soon. And we're back. Sorry about that. I get really bored when I was putting this together, and with no sound to work with or commentary, I felt I had to do something there. Hope you didn't think that was a commercial for YouTube or for, Viagra or something. Alright, so, going through, looking at the levels. They were 8 and 12 when we stopped, so obviously got them a few levels there, just in the process of grinding up job levels. I wasn't trying to grind levels. It was just about job levels. That's all I really cared about. So, and I didn't go overboard. Brought Nacht up a bit, and he's going to jump over and be a thief eventually. The next time I go through a grinding session, he'll go through the thief levels, I'm sure. And for the moment, he'll pretty much stay on that top row until we get our next job, at least. Glaive, following the same sort of path that Aegis was on the light side group. He will be specializing in being a monk. I have not yet run either of the warriors through the Red Robe level to get the HP plus ability that I normally would, because everything is so under-geared still at this point. There's just not enough actual weapons to outfit 3 or more Red Robes, or a primary wizard party, because there's no damage output except using spells, and even those are okay, and it just takes longer to do, and you can't auto the battle as easily. So I still kept the 2-fighter system going until I get some better equipment and can swap them over to get the Red Robe and get the hit point bonus. All but obviously still specializing in Red Mage, and we'll keep that going for a while, the foreseeable future. I already said everything important. Come on, move on with it, silent me. Thank you. Alright, and then Diana, like I said, going the Summoner route, and she'll be our healer for this party, so she will be getting some White Mage levels eventually. I know I just said the word Sarah there, so I'm probably comparing the two like I already did earlier in this commentary. So, you see, we still have crummy armor and weapons. I think I just picked up an item on one of my most... Yeah, I picked up that iron bangle. I was trying to figure out where it went. Just found it randomly from an enemy drop. So, now you see the difference in the fights. So much faster. But again, only 2 people really dishing out the damage. Alba can kind of do some damage, but Diana at this point is unfortunately worthless in physical offense. Little teeny tiny island here is all we get for this chapter. For now. But, as you can see, now we're in that dismal lighting. Much darker trees, because this is the world of darkness now, apparently. And I don't know where the boat came from, it's just there. But I think at this point I'm explaining the fact that I got really bored many years ago and really irritated and frustrated not knowing how the world fit together, because there's just chunks of voids taken out. Yeah, that was what that hand motion was for. There's just chunks of void all over the place in each of the worlds that conveniently cut you off from certain areas and that sort of thing. And I wanted to know if they actually fit back together like a puzzle. And so at one point I went through and I mapped out every single space you can walk on and move around in and see on the map. Space for space in a grid on Microsoft Excel, and mapped the whole thing out. Except chapter 1, I think I never got around to doing, because it's small and boring. And so I mapped it all out, and then I mapped the whole world map, because you never really get good maps available, certainly not for a long time. So, and they do pretty much fit together almost exactly. There's a few discrepancies here and there, like a space here, a space there, which, the world was ripped in half. You can forgive them a little bit of their maps not fitting perfectly back together again. As you obviously, the temple was ripped in half, but you can't rip half of a square on Final Fantasy in half on the map. So it's a whole looking temple. So little weird things like that, but by and large everything maps and lines up almost perfectly. So we just gotta loot the ship here really fast. Not a whole lot that's exciting in here. You're still just re-outfitting your team at the beginning of the game again, because you're back to being low level, low equipment, no nothing on hand, etc. Which is a frustrating but defining characteristic of switching back and forth between these two parties. Is right as you get one leveled up and ready, and you're really in a groove on how strong you are and everything you've got going, you switch chapters to the other team, and it's 5 steps back in how strong you feel, and you got to readjust to how the battles move, what you have available, how readily you get your butt kicked. So it is an interesting dynamic that takes a little while to get used to when you're learning the game. Who knows?
Wait, what about Sol and my brother?
They weren't there, right? He's got a point, but... And off we set sail into the dark waters. Which... I don't know what I'm saying there, to be honest. Not a clue. Take a look around. The entire world has changed.
It must be some horrible spell.
Alba is quite mystified by this chain of events as well. That's quite the claim, given you were the ones after the crystal. Hang on just a second. The Empire was using us? It's not like we wanted to steal the darn thing.
The Empire? But that can't possibly be. Lux and Avalon are sworn allies.
Yeah, we gotta re-go through all of this again, of who the bad guys really are, and they're not your friends, yada yada yada. evil squids. Blood-sucking monsters. Literally. See, after all that leveling up, these still take quite a few hits to go down. So if you just leave that temple and walk straight out and hop on the boat and go sailing here, these fights are a heck of a lot harder. Because you die faster, so you have to spend time healing in battle and keep yourself alive, and then your offense isn't as strong. I don't know what wind pattern results in your ship doing that. Gah! What is it? The wheel won't budge. Go figure, something else that isn't going my way today. Yep. As I'm saying right there, it is always a possibility when you hop on a ship in a Final Fantasy that you are going to get swallowed by Leviathan. You can never say that's not going to happen if it's your first time playing through. Everyone alive?
Well, where are we?
Wherever it is, it's got to be Imperial lands. Beats Harmonia anyway. Harmonia? You're from all the way up there? So you've heard of our little winter wonderland. The Empire forced Alba and friends into slavery? Never mind the frostbite, my svelte figure grew all these hideous muscles. Ugh. Apparently I read slightly faster last time.
Would Avalon really do something so terrible?
Don't let yourself be swayed by their lies, Diana. There's no way we can trust these vagrants. And Nacht's just like, alright, fine, I'm out. Now, where are you going? Who knows? This is unbelievable. Come on, Diana, we'd best make our own way out of here.
But aren't they looking for their lost companions just like us?
I could never deny you, but don't let your guard down for so much as a minute. Way to wear your heart on your sleeve there, Glaive. Which, you know, hey. It's painfully obvious to everyone except Glaive how much he is totally in love with Diana. And if the dude was just more honest and spoke up, I think everyone would be much happier with the situation. Right, you killed those evil plants, Glaive. But yeah, so as we saw originally in the light side chapters, Sylph's still the strongest healing option for the early game here. Yeah, right as you're getting used to using white magic, for instance, and getting Cura and moving on, all of a sudden you're like, nope, back to using Sylph. It can be a little disorienting sometimes. Two people poisoned already. Crazy. Now, I will say, when we get into the next area, I'm going to be playing around with the speed of this playback quite a bit, just to try and move things along when I'm doing nothing but spending 2-3 minutes in buying stuff from the Moogle, for instance. This was a very welcome Moogle. So you can see now everything's happening in high speed, well, higher speed anyway. Music's kind of groovy like this. But yeah, you don't need to be spending a whole lot of time watching me do this when you can't hear what I'm originally saying. I don't really have anything all that interesting to add to this right now, so I decided to go ahead and speed it up. And I'll be speeding up a lot of the time spent out of battle as well, just to sort of hurry this video along, because I'm so tired of this whole silent commenter routine that these videos, and because I screwed up the microphone originally. So, just buying some sundries here. We're good on money to get everything we actually need, but not a whole lot of money to just buy stuff just 'cause. But at the same time, we're about to go, and now we have everything we need, which means for the next while, every gil we find from battle is just going straight to the bank. We're not trying to save up for something. So, the side benefit of grinding where we did, fast and easy healing for free, and you get, by the time you're ready to go, you get plenty of money to get actual supplies for your team. I have no idea what I'm saying there. Okay, so now... Nope, not yet. Bad silent me. Okay, running through the jobs apparently, just checking where I am. And now we... Yes, now we go. Normal speed for a little bit. Something weird happened here. I don't know what. But, like, you can tell Nacht is like halfway up the stairs, and by the time the video recovers, we're suddenly up and around and at that chest. I tried fixing it, and there's just something weird about the original recording. So, not really much lost. You missed like a battle and a half that we're going to get cut out anyway, so. Zippy, zippy, zippy. Run. Run, Nacht. A little glitchy here. Again, you can see my face looking over at the camera on the side that's recording, wondering if it's recording the glitchiness or if it's just, you know, a sync issue or whatever. But yeah, no, it definitely was recording some weird glitchy. And I'm debating how much longer to keep going with this, but remembering there's a save point coming up soon, I just power through. And really, I did it for you. I think I left this one in just to hear the battle music on high speed. Doo doo doo. And we're done. Alright. Lots of battle cuts coming up here for a second. Here's one. Here's one. One more. Come on. There it is. Alright, we're almost done. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Nope, that's a dead end. Where are you going? Battle time. Go! Alright, we're running. We're running. We're running. And there's the save point. Okay. Now I'm talking about how I'm going to be stopping the save here. And I'm still just sitting in the menu for some bizarre reason. Nodding affirmatively to myself and to you. And we go for the tent. And we're about to resume normal time right now. Okay, so this is me with my typical exit of thank you for watching the video, hope you like some more. Leave a like, please. Share with your like-minded video game friends. And come back for the rest of the series. Thank you.